This is it. Yes. A couple of days ago, I read this really intriguing thing that you can actually fix the Staingate problem on your old MacBook Pro with this Listerine. This is mouthwash. Cool mint, by the way. So I have an old MacBook Pro from late 2013, and I do have the problem with the Staingate. I wanted to test, does this actually work? So, did it? Yes and no. Let me tell you all about it. Hey, what is up? My name is Tom. If this is your first time to this channel, don't forget to do a hashtag new sub so I can properly welcome you. It will mean the world to me if you can hit that like button to support the channel. Okay, so this video is going to be very short. Basically, I have this old MacBook Pro 13-inch from late 2013. I've used this bad boy for basically 7 years. It's a really cool MacBook and I've been able to do a lot of work on this machine. But recently I got the MacBook Pro 16-inch, so I basically retired this thing. Now, it did have the Staingate issue. Basically, there is this coating on the screen which is minimizing reflections on the screen, if I've understood correctly. And this layer of coating has basically been coming off, leaving these really ugly stains on the screen that you can't clean off. And there was a warranty thing. You could actually return it to Apple and get your screen replaced. I didn't do that. I have no good explanation why I didn't. I guess I was just lazy. I just didn't want to leave my MacBook for like a couple of weeks. I wanted, I was lazy, okay? But then just some while ago, I heard about this thing and it really sounded to me like one of those myths. And I was like, that's never gonna work. That's impossible. I saw a couple of videos, I read some articles, and people have actually been able to fix the Staingate issue just using this mouthwash. And so I figured, what the hell, let's give it a go. And I did. And the results were kind of mixed. So first of all, let me just say that, you can't just put some on there. I use this microfiber cloth and, I start to put some on and I thought it would just, come off right off. It just definitely did not. You definitely had to apply a little bit of pressure. And I was being very careful because I didn't want to damage the screen. Now, Apple does warn people to not use any kind of chemicals on the screen. But considering that there is no warranty for this thing anymore, and considering I already have the Staingate, I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. Okay, so at first it didn't come off. Then I had to put a little bit of pressure and I had to work on it for at least like 20 minutes and voila, it actually worked. It removed the stains on the sides of the screen. It actually did. Here is the before and here is the after. It totally worked. But something did happen that I did not encounter. So there is this coating in the middle of the screen that hadn't come off. And no matter how much Listerine I put on the screen, I could not get the coating off. So I was like, okay, well, this is not bad. And to be completely honest, this is not bad. Like, this is definitely way better than when I had my Staingate. I could just leave it alone at this point, but I was thinking to myself, nah, I want it to be perfect. Now, just to make it perfectly clear, by removing the anti-glare coating, you get a more reflective screen. Now, it looks good, but you can see a lot of reflections on the screen. So it's not perfect. It's beautiful, but it's not. I would prefer having a bit more of a matte finish to it. But I had this problem with the coating being left in the middle of the screen. I should have just left it alone, right? Well, again, I'm not using this computer anymore. It's just basically collecting dust at this point. So I figured, you know what? Let's see what this screen can actually take. And so I pulled all the chemicals I could find in the house. I used chlorine. I used different toilet detergents. I used all kinds of nasty chemicals, things that Apple basically is forbidding you to use. And to be completely honest, I'm also just reminding you, don't do it. Like, there is a great risk involved here that you can damage the screen, your computer and everything. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna get that coating off. And I spent maybe 2 hours trying to get that coating off, and sadly, I could not get it off at all. I didn't damage the screen, it works just fine. The Listerine thing, it definitely worked removing the stains, but it did not remove all of the coating, and this is where my problem lies. So I give it a 50-50. It worked and it didn't exactly work. And do I recommend people to use this? Honestly, I think there's a lot of risk involved. I have seen a couple of people on YouTube who have been trying to clean their MacBooks using Listerine, and they applied too much pressure and basically cracked the screen. So I would not recommend it. It's probably not the best idea in the world to do. Anyway, that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care.